Hey everyone! Today we're unpacking what might be K-pop's most chaotic month in years. Corporate investigations, courtroom drama, voting wars, and a heartbreaking goodbye. August 2025 has been relentless. So let's slow it down, walk through the timeline, and make sense of what actually happened and what it all means for the industry we love. It started with headlines that didn't feel real. On July 24th, Korean outlets reported that police raided HYBE's Yongsan headquarters in a sweeping investigation connected to alleged deceptive trading around the company's IPO. Multiple reports framed it as part of a broader probe into whether founder and chairman Bang Si-hyuk misled early investors in the run-up to listing. The raid wasn't just rumor. The Korea Herald and Forbes both carried the story with details on the unit leading the search. The drumbeat got louder. On July 29th, the Korea Herald added that the National Tax Service had launched a tax investigation into HYBE, a separate parallel pressure point while the police probe moved forward. It's rare to see financial watchdogs and tax authorities circling a K-pop giant at the same time, and it immediately shifted the conversation from, "Is this serious?" to, "How deep does this go?" International pop sites amplified Korean coverage in early August. All K-pop's August 4th piece emphasized the scale of the search and the month-long warrant reportedly granted to investigators. The kind of detail that tells you this wasn't a quick check-in. Meanwhile, netizen forums translated and dissected every line of every new report. Regardless of your feelings about Kpop's tone, the core facts match what major Korean outlets and wires published. Then came the first personal move from the top. On August 6th, Korea Jungang Daily reported that Bang Si-hyuk apologized to employees in an internal message as the probe widened. And a few days later, August 12th, Music Business Worldwide confirmed he had returned to Seoul to face questioning, a signal that this investigation isn't fading into the background anytime soon. What fans are saying? On Korean forums like Thaku, posts about the investigation exploded, with long explainers summarizing the alleged sequence of shareholder deals, secret profit sharing with a special purpose company, and questions about whether investors were misled prior to the IPO. The tone is a mix of disbelief and, "This might reshape governance at the biggest label." It's messy, it's technical, and it's absolutely the story of the month. Bottom line, these are allegations, not verdicts. But the combination of a police raid, a tax probe, a public apology to staff, and the chairman's return to face investigators is the clearest sign yet that regulators are treating this as a serious case, not a headline to be managed away. As HYBE fought a fire at the corporate level, NewJeans, NJZ, and Adore kept clashing in court. Late July coverage of their July 24th to 25th hearing documented a handwritten petition attributed to the members that used raw language, metaphors comparing their situation to school bullying and domestic abuse, to describe how the saga has affected them emotionally. The filing split public opinion. Some fans said it finally captured their pain. Others felt the analogies were too intense for a legal document. Reports summarizing the hearing also surfaced claims about mental health struggles, including statements that members experienced panic and anxiety near Adore's building and had been prescribed antidepressants since the conflict escalated. Whether you agree with the legal strategy or not, the picture it paints is of a group under immense strain, and it reframed the discourse from "who's right" to "how do idols survive corporate wars?" Fast forward to August 14th, Minji and Danielle appeared for mediation at Seoul Central District Court. And according to Korea Jungang Daily, they failed to reach an agreement that day. Coverage indicates a second round is set for September. But for now, both sides are still far apart, and a full trial is looming. That's not the ending anyone wanted, but it's where we are. And the discourse online? Rough. You'll find Instagram reels and forum threads repeating that same line from the courtroom filings. Why are we being asked to go back to our abuser? And you'll find others pushing back, arguing that legal metaphors can hurt real abuse survivors. The only constant is fatigue. People love this group, and watching them spend a year inside a negotiating room feels endless. Every awards season, we get a version of this, and 2025 is no exception. After Jimin picked up a Best K-pop nomination for the MTV VMAs, fan bases mobilized. Official accounts and fan hubs rolled out voting calendars and power hours, reminding everyone to use all their ballots daily. That's normal K-pop culture at this point. Then came the pushback. On August 5th, posts on X alleging multi-account abuse started going viral. A roundup by KB Zoom embedded several tweets, including one from @DropKpop, accusing some voters of bragging about creating new accounts to stack ballots. It's messy and, crucially, unverified by MTV. But it was enough to ignite the exact fandom war you'd expect. Accusations, counter-accusations, and endless threads about what counts as within the rules. If you zoom out, this is the structural problem. Fan-voted awards at global scale with opaque anti-fraud systems. Unless organizers publicly explain how they police duplicate accounts and bots, every tight race looks suspicious to rival factions. Until then, expect this playbook: allegations, defensive tutorials, and a lot of noise every single year. In the middle of all of this, RBW delivered news that broke a lot of hearts. Purple Kiss will disband in November 2025, ending a 4-year run defined by tight performances and one of 4th Gen's most quietly consistent discographies. Soompi reported the announcement on August 4th with the agency's full statement. For many fans, it felt sudden. For others following the business side, it felt like another casualty of economics. But the group isn't fading out in silence. In the months leading up to the finale, they're releasing a full English-language album at the end of August, promoting in Japan, heading out on a North American tour, and closing with a final concert in Korea. A proper goodbye that lets Plory celebrate them on their own terms. Fan letters have already started circulating, and regional outlets have been translating the members' messages. Gratitude, closure, and that bittersweet mix of "we gave it everything" and "this is what makes sense right now." Beyond the emotion, analysts are using this as a case study. Mid-tier groups are getting squeezed by rising production costs, a crowded release calendar, and algorithms that reward viral spikes over slow-burn artistry. It's a tough market, and it's not always about talent. August 2025 gave us a lot to grieve and a lot to argue about. But look closer and you'll see a chance to reset. If the HYBE investigation forces transparent finance, we all win. If NJZ's case hard codes artist protections into future contracts, we all win. If awards stop hiding how votes are counted, we all win. And if farewells look like Purple Kisses, generous, fan-first, and celebratory, we all win. Drop your thoughts below, keep it respectful, and I'll see you in the comments.